Mr. Speaker, what we are seeing that the opposition is coming up with a viewpoint from a person that has been selfish within the nature of himself. He is not fighting for people as a whole, for the unity of the people, for the progress of the human race as a whole. That is the ideology we are fighting for. We are not saying that, well, it is possible that if we change system to Marxism, the humanity will be better, because we believe that the society and status quo, as what you are saying, we are already way too far gone for Marxism to take effect. But what we are debating is the decline of Marxism. When Marxism has already existed within the society, we believe that you shouldn't get rid of it, because by getting rid of it, you are not creating progress. You are just causing problem within the system. And we believe that, well, the example have given us how USSR or Cuba or other communist countries have failed. It isn't because of Marxism as a system, but it's because of the competition from outside sources. So let me quote you a good example. There's a psychological study which is named tit for tat. Okay? This is a study where you believe that if people cooperate with each other, they will gain 2 points each. But if one of them cooperate and the other didn't, the one that cooperate get 1 and the other get 3. And if both of them didn't cooperate, they both get 1. So what the study gives us is that, well, if people are willing to cooperate as a whole, they are progressing further than if one of them is cooperating and one of them is not cooperating. So therefore, the problem with the system is that the Marxist state are trying to progress as a whole, but then those competitive capitalism state that is filled with greed and selfishness and sense of self-accomplishment, they are taking advantage of these countries' views to cooperate and exploit them and taking advantage of them and pushing them into the ground so that they can go up. And that's the reason why we are fighting for Marxism, because capitalists in nature, they have to push somebody down so that they can go up.
Yes? So in the selfish United States, the poor have televisions. In the communitarian Russia, people can't eat. Which of those is better?
Yeah. So what you're saying is that currently the situation is like that. Why? Because United States already have exploited every other communist nation ever. Do you think the United States have ever tried to help any communist nation? No, just because they are working together and helping each other, then United States exploit them all. You cannot even say that they never take that. Because every country that has been taken down in the United States, this is for their own beneficial gain. And we are pointing out the human nature in itself, that people are being selfish because people isn't looking at the bigger view as that humanity as a human race as a whole, not just a certain state or not just a certain community, that we have to be better than others, no matter the causes. As my first speaker has stated, even if you have to push somebody else down, as long as you go up, it is good. And that is what we are fighting against, because that is bad for the society as a whole. And we believe that people should help each other to progress as a whole, as Marxism has stated. Yes?
What does it say that Marxism would have required the United States to help it to succeed, while the United States succeeds without anyone's help?
Okay, so what's the ideology we are fighting for? We are fighting for unity, and it isn't unity within a nation. Unity cannot exist within a nation, because if other nation is ready to exploit that unity within a nation, that productive environment, that helpful environment, that human nature are not limited to being greedy and helping themselves and accomplishing as a whole. You see that? Well, just because one state is helping each other, one state is Marxist, one state is a unity. But if another state come in and then exploit them, then they are nothing. Because why? Because exploitive state always take the benefit from these people that are helping each other. So what we are fighting for is a world where Marxism has been declined, where everybody is working together, is a unity. My first speaker tried to give you an example, but he horribly failed because he doesn't have the brilliant out of information. Yeah. So as a space-based example, it takes almost 3 decades for them to success in since the start of the race to the end. But what happened? Historians have proven us that if both of them are helping each other, it would take less than a decade to complete. Why? Because they are wasting invent something, we don't want to be lower than you. We don't want to be less competitive than you. So we cannot share any more information with you. So let me give you another example from human nature. So what's wrong with bullying? What is happening with bullying? Bullying is when people is trying to get better than others. Why? Because it make them feel better because they're better than others. But they are not really they are not really better than others. They are just better relative to the person they're bullying. So what they are saying is that, well, because we are better, you are better because you're pushing other people down. So that is the reason you are better. So what is wrong with it? The capitalism, the competition. Because the competition exists, it doesn't judge people on the same basis. It is just people on relativism. So you feel like you are good because other people is down. You cannot prove that competition or inequality create a better society as a whole. Because what we are trying to do is promoting equality for everybody. It's promoting progress for humanity as a whole. Everybody has to work together. That is the perfect ideology of Marxism. That is the idea we don't want to be ruled. Just because certain people is selfish, just because there are certain narrow-sighted people or narrow-minded people that are trying to help themselves, they're saying, well, if we progress, no matter the cost, as long as we progress, we can push down any other people. Those people are stupid because they are helping each other, because they're trying to be sustainable, because they're trying to help each other. So we are fighting for equality. Thank you.